Hey everyone, I'm Joe. Welcome back to Blakesley Acres. I figured I'd bring you guys along today while I put some temporary fencing up for the cows. I'm getting them started over on my neighbor's pasture. Grass has come up pretty good, and I started them on pasture this past Sunday, so not quite a week out there. I opened up another small paddock. I didn't really want to graze them on, but I didn't have anything else put up for them. So yeah, I'm actually right now, right here, I'm putting up a strand of steel wire. Last year I used poly wire, and there's a couple times when the cows started running low on grass, I'd push right through that. I got a bigger fence charger right now too, but than I did last year. But yeah, just wanted to bring you guys along while I put this poly wire up. Alright, so I got this gate put up here. Like I said, all my fences are temporary until I figure out exact permanent spots that I want everything. And I might just leave them temporary. I know Pete over at Just a Few Acres, his are all temporary, easy to fix, easy to put up, tear down. Plans change over the years and different things happen, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I got this piece of hard fence up. There's a gate off to my left over here to go up a four-wheeler path up around my pine trees. I just left that there in case we ever have to get through there with a vehicle. So yeah, now I'm gonna start. I picked up some more poly wire, another reel, and more fence posts, and I'm gonna start running a strand of fence down around here. See if I can't get this knocked out today. So first thing I'm gonna do is walk around and put my fiberglass posts in that I use for this temporary poly wire. They're cheap. I'll show you guys how I tie the poly wire on this. So I don't use insulators either. Just another expense. Try to keep your costs down when you're starting out like this. And yeah, I'm gonna get these going. Okay guys, when I get up to a post, I take the string and I pull it nice and tight. And you're gonna loop it over on itself, and then you want to loop the reverse way, so you got 2 loops like such, and then flip them in on themselves, and then run your post right through both loops, and it cinches down on itself. So cinches down on itself, and I just hook that on my belt or whatever I have on. Just beats from bending over and picking it up. Yes, it takes a little bit longer putting your fences up this way, but my cows are trained to single strand wire, especially now I got that Cyclops fence charger, and I don't recommend using just one strand or doing this if your cows aren't trained to the poly wire yet. I would definitely try to keep them in high tensile or some kind of steel wire until they're trained. You know, use the poly wire to section off your hard fences and make smaller paddocks. Get them trained to the poly wire, and you'll have a lot better results if the cows aren't blowing through your fences. Trust me, I've had that happen quite a few times. Over here on my neighbor's, I have no hard fence holding them in. It's just this poly wire. It's how he wanted it. He didn't want no permanent fencing up, so grateful for him letting me use this land. So I'm doing what he wants. It's his land. So that's how we're doing it. And so, I mean, I had some issues with cows getting out last year, but like I said, I had that cheap plug-in fence charger running all this. This year I have the Cyclops, so fingers crossed that that holds them in, because that thing packs a punch. Even with all this poly wire on here, I want to test it and see how many volts I'm getting on my fence tester. But yeah, I just go post to post doing this. And on this side of this pasture, there was an old fence line already in here, so I just threw some new insulators up and utilized the old wood fence post. And I did build a down between our properties here. It's on his side because the property line's overgrown. He did allow me to put a solid strand down through there, but they ride 4-wheelers, like I said, they hunt and stuff, so they didn't want permanent fence up. It's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna get this paddock knocked out and possibly split it up into 2 or 3 sections and hopefully move the cows over here tonight. Alright guys, so I got this paddock put up. I think putting the posts in and running the wire, I mean, this is probably, I want to say this was roughly an acre of pasture here, and I've got 15-20 minutes into it, and this will be a week, maybe a little bit more than a week. I'm gonna run 2 cross fences through here real quick, and I'm gonna call it good. And then when I separate Mabel, and I'm gonna try getting Stiora out tonight, because I'm gonna keep them closer to the house. It's a long walk to drag Mabel back from here. Depending on how the grass does, I've got a small pasture up there, maybe 1/4 of an acre, up by the cabin that could be grazed by the milk cows. I'd like to get Lady and Sparky out of there. But yeah, trying to manage the milk cows this year is going to be, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Haven't had to deal with that last year. I didn't have any cows in milk, so everybody that was on pasture is just on pasture. And so yeah, a little bit of tinkering around with that just to see what works and what don't work. I know Mabel's a little stubborn. She doesn't want to come off grass. Like I said before, if I had a better way of separating the calves out in these pastures, I would just milk her out the pasture, because her and Lady actually both are very easy. They just stand there with a little bit of grain and they milk. Not saying that they would be that easy out in the field. I'm sure they would be. Lady, she's a harder one to hand milk. I've been hand milking her just so I don't have to wash and milk her, but I think I'm going to start using the milker again. Now she's producing a little bit more. I think getting her out on grass, getting her body condition back up. She's lost quite a bit of weight since having that calf. Rightfully so. It was a tough calving for her. But she's getting her appetite back. She's drinking really well, so I'm thinking that we're going to be doing pretty good milking her, especially when she gets out on that grass. So yeah, I'm going to get back out there and I'm going to get 2 cross sections put up and separate these cows out and get what I want down here, and try to get Lady and Mabel in that upper pasture. I'm hoping that'll last those 2 cows for a couple weeks. I'm going to section off this piece out by the pigs that's getting pretty tall. I'm going to let them eat that down instead of mowing it. It's kind of tore up from the piglets anyway, some of it is, and yeah, might as well just utilize it for animal feed than wasting gas. So that's a game plan right now. I've got, last night I didn't get video of it, but I started clearing a pathway through the brush. Actually, out here on the other side of this is red pines that I have. I don't think I'm gonna put any pigs in here. Kind of keeps a nice thick visual barrier in here between mine and the neighbors. Plus they have a hunting stand out here, and I don't want to push the deer off any more than I already am with the farming stuff. They're starting to come around and get more used to it, but it takes a couple of years to get them in a cycle of knowing what I'm doing and, you know, rechanging their patterns. So I'm not going to put any animals in these red pines here, kind of keep it a neutral zone. But just on the other side of these pines, my little field that's out there that I reseeded, I have in my seeding videos, there's a thick section of that still, and I haven't grazed anything in it. I had cows in there for a short while last year, but not in the section really that I'm putting the piglets in. I brush hogged more of it when it dried out. So I cleared out a pathway around that. I'm going to start building that fence, hopefully maybe this weekend if I can get time to do that, because I'd really like to get them last 2 piglets castrated and get them out in the pasture there. I got 4 that I'm selling. I've got those sold, just waiting for the guy to pick them up. And then yeah, I'm hoping to get them little boogers out and get them working, get them cleaning up some fields for me. The breeders are going to stay in that lot that they're in right now. There's not much for pasture in there, but it's all I got for them right now. I'm trying to let that other section rest. I might give them some other spots to graze. I'm not sure yet. I've got a pretty thick spot right here in the middle of my property. You can see how thick that is. I might consider fencing some of that off for the pigs this summer. Right now the cows are actually in there cleaning it up. They've got the underbrush cleaned up fairly good. So yeah, we'll see. I might get some pigs running through there and let them work their magic and see how it goes. I might clear out some more field. I'm not sure yet. I've see how this year's grazing season goes. So appreciate you guys following along. If you could, like, comment, subscribe, share. Appreciate the viewers that we have this far. It's slow going right now, but still got hopes that it takes off. Did some more work for another project that we have coming up. I'm not letting that out until we start working on it. So yeah, hope to catch you guys on the next one.